I figured you'd use the spare key that I gave you. I felt like staying on the balcony waiting for you. I'm glad you came here, bestie. How am I? Well, not good, as you can probably tell. I wish you wouldn't have to see me being like this, if I were to be honest, but sometimes inner thoughts just have to get out of your system, right? So I feel like the best thing for me to do is just talk about it. I texted you because you were the first person that came to mind, so I'm very glad you're here right now. I don't usually talk a lot about myself or my problems because I hate being a burden to others. So, can I be selfish for once and talk to you about them? My problems? Thank you. I appreciate it. You're the best. Just a little bit longer. Put your arms back, please. I'm sorry if I trashed your shirt with my tears and drippy nose. I couldn't help it with my crying. Good thing you left some spare clothes over here for your drunk problems. I'm surprised that they came in handy, but not for that reason. Yeah, I know. I will always be joking, even if I'm actually empty inside. I guess I should start by talking about it, huh? Well, losing my first job a few months back really shook things up a bit. As you probably guessed, I never really got into any details about my feelings about it, though. After landing this job, I would assume that it would be my job for a few years, you know? I mean, it started out great. My boss was awesome. The chemistry between my coworkers made my day. I was confident in my ability to do my job well. I really had to mess it up with some stupid mistakes that made it difficult for my team to recover from. My first job only lasted 4 months, even after a few years of college and university, just because of my dumb mistakes. Do you know how bad that wrecked me? The way that they just brushed me off like that, like I was a failure so quickly. Am I really that stupid? How am I supposed to find a new job with this gap in my resume? I always ask, what have you been doing since you graduated, and what am I supposed to answer? Lie about the 7 months since I finished university? Yeah, that is true. I didn't really want to talk about it because, well, I didn't want to bother anyone with my problems. I know. You always said that I could talk to you no matter what, but I thought that I could take it like a champ and move forward like I always did, but I bent backwards instead, and before I realized it was too far behind, and well, here I am. Well, I was looking back at my childhood, and I started to connect some dots on why I am the way I am today. You really want to know about that? Well, I suppose that maybe you deserve to know me better as my best friend. You're right. The reason is that I've always been bullied by everyone. I always told you about that, I know. I've endured a lot. From people who are older than me to students who are younger than me. Everyone was bullying me. I'd even asked my parents to change school a lot of the time, but my dad wouldn't allow it. He said that I had to face it. Stop crying because you give them more reasons to bully you even more. Those words still ring in my head after all these years. What a stupid dad. And then there were the teachers. They praised me a lot. I was basically the smartest kid in school. I always had excellent grades, except for PE, obviously. Whenever I got rewarded for completing school tasks, I always asked for free time in the library, so yeah, I was the perfect target for any bullies out there. Well, let's just say that being the little nerd victim for so many years really shut down my self-confidence. Is there something wrong with me? Just, why can't I be myself around people? Why are they all bullying me when I'm already down and... Am I even allowed to speak? Those questions still haunt me to this day. Even when I was in college or university at my job. When I had one. Even when I'm with you guys. I always feel under the pressure to make you guys love me, because if I don't, I feel like you would all decide to leave me on my own, and just like that. Because I don't fit the vibe anymore. If I don't have you guys, I don't know I don't know how I could get through everyday life, especially you. I really appreciate you, and I couldn't see myself without you being there for me. You bring so much joy into my life, and life has been so much livelier since we met each other. If it weren't for you, I don't think I'd reach this far in life. I would have been a cashier somewhere in a convenience store, but you always made me look forward. You always made me go even beyond what I thought I could reach. You believed in me so much, and somehow I feel like I failed you. You have no idea how meaningful those words are to me. I'm so glad I have you as my best friend. You always know how to make me feel better. I'm so lucky. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about something else. You want to know? Well, if you say so. I feel like we're on the set for the latest drama show on Netflix or something. Just two young adults being emotional on a night with a full moon like this. There'd be some flashbacks to my childhood right now on screen. Hey, I can't help it. I'm sorry. My brain really works in weird ways, and I honestly can't help it. But I really mean those words I said earlier about you. You are important to me, and I'm glad we are friends after all these years. 11 years. That's a very long time, but I feel like I've known you since forever. Thank you for coming. Even after a long day at work, you must be so exhausted. You had over 180 guests at the restaurant? Oh my god, that's a lot. Here, how about you stay here for the night and rest? Your home is pretty far from here. I'll make you pancakes tomorrow when we wake up. It'll be my way of thanking you for coming over here on such an exhausting day. I know you love my recipe. The one with the blueberries. Of course I'll do it. Even I can't resist my own recipe. So, that settles it. You'll be staying here for the night. I'd guess you'd like a shower too? Alright then. I'll get your towel ready. I guess you know where your clothes are, huh?